I'm from a family of 5. My father was an educator. He taught physiology and biology, high school, and raised in Holland, Michigan. I'm number 4. By the time they got around to me, clearly I had a lot more freedoms. I didn't know anybody in Arizona. I had no friends. But I did know one person, so I asked him to take me to this Phoenix Open that I had read about, and that's how I met my husband. I asked him to dance. Prior to my diagnosis, I want to say I was fairly carefree. We traveled a lot. 2 kids. My kids were almost 9 and 11 when the diagnosis occurred. You know, I was just living life. Life was good. We were traveling a lot. We were focused on the children, and I did a lot in the community. And I really didn't think too much about my health, honestly. People would always say, like, why did this happen to you? And I'm like, why wouldn't it happen to me? I mean, we're all so susceptible in our environment now. But I opted for the double mastectomy. I had multiple locations in my breast with DCIS, and that was the easiest choice for me. And we were on a ski trip, and I felt a lump on my center chest wall. So when I found this, you can understand that it was shock. And I, once again, knew that this was not good. And I, for trying to live an authentic life and trying to be true to myself, I tried to get back on that positive bandwagon. We re-excised the area. It took 3 times for my local surgeon to get a clean margin. And that's when I got really, really scared. And I couldn't believe it. I became the 1% that it came back to. So these friends of ours from Texas knew MD Anderson. I had never had any exposure to MD Anderson. And they just kept hitting me upside the head saying, it's the best in the country. Why would you mess around with this? You have to go. And they were pretty convincing, so at some point we consented, and it was the best decision we made. I love the word grace, and grace is how I tried to approach my situation throughout my 2 ordeals. And I think that I got along so well with the physicians and the nurses and the staff at MD Anderson because I felt that they had tremendous grace when they approached me, and I was very aware of it right away, and I knew that those were my people. I mean, it was that simple. So Banner MD Anderson is world class, and people ask me, why did you switch from this organization to this organization for your care? And there's no comparison. And for me, it's all about relationships. I'm definitely a relationship person, and I feel like Banner MD Anderson gives me that love and kindness and hope that I would hope that everyone gets when they're going through something so difficult in their lives. It's interesting how life takes you down that path, and now we're here, and I couldn't be more proud to be supporting MD Anderson and sharing the word of Banner MD Anderson in the Valley. It's just different than anywhere else we've ever been, and we're so proud to be a part of it. I can't say enough good things about Banner MD Anderson and the way it's come into the Valley. The beautiful thing about a center like MD is that it's all together, and you have your labs downstairs, you've got oncology right there, radiation, chemo, your naturopath, you have support in all the mediums of physicians to treat you. And it's under one roof, and they have a great cafe.